Hi Brew Tubers, happy Homebrew Wednesday to you all. Today we're taking a little break from control panel build. I have to brew this weekend. I don't have to, but I'm going to brew this weekend, so today I have to make a starter. So I'm going to brew a Belgium quadruple, a little bit of well, it's my attempt at a Westfleteren clone. Westfleteren clone. You've seen the last batch, which I poured down the sink very violently. So this time I'll have a new fermenter, clean, ready, and everything should be okay. So, had to make a starter, and I had a little problem. She's broke. She is broke. This is my first ever yeast starter. And yeah, first of all the DC control went, then I wired it up, and then it finally just didn't work anymore. So yeah, I survived a big smash. Everything was fine, but I think I must have just dripped in there or something. I don't know. But anyway, we have to move on to bigger and better things. So first of all, I need a homebrew. So this is my new batch. I've tested it once or twice. It was still very green. So I've given it another week, and I'm hoping to get a nice IPA. Yeah, the greenness is gone, and I can still smell off flavors from. Basically, I lost control of the temperature. It spiked to 25 degrees during some hot water when it was controlled to 22. So over a day it raised up 4 degrees. And then I just kept it at 25 instead of dropping it back down. So yeah, I can detect some off flavors. The hops aren't as powerful as I would like them to be. But anyway, I'm digressing. Ish. Not, because I have something to show you. I'm never going to lose temperature control again. So this is my new addition to the brewery. Finally went out and got a little fridge for controlling my fermentation. So next project, don't even know if it's worth showing you how to do it. It's the easiest thing in the world. Gonna hook up an Inkbird and yeah, just let it run. And I'll be using this for my quadruple at the weekend. So this was my first stir plate. It's a little DC fan, 12 volts, and a little 12 volt regulator. Now back in those days I had no idea how to wire up a switch or do any of those fancy things. So today my hopefully will be a little bit more, what have you said, up to scratch. This simply, you have a little stir bar in your starter. This is one I made 2 weeks ago. I forgot to sanitize, so I didn't. So if you can see the little starter in there, it moves with the magnets. And as he spins, magnet stirs. You control the voltage, and that will regulate the fan speed between slow rotation and turbulent rotation. I also used a lot of Sugru in this day to fix everything. Sugru is an awesome substance. Yeah, it's moldable plasticine, and in the end it fixes, and it fixes hard. Like, oh, there's more than one magnet there, good. So, let's get started on the new device. So, here's our wiring diagram for the fan. We have our source, live, neutral, and earth, or in American, live, ground, and earth. Here we have our key switch, and we've learned from our wiring of the panel. Key switch goes in line, and then you ground or put on the neutral, the outlet of the light. Now I originally had a fuse 4 going into my AC to AC controller. And this is one of these little guys here. Got this off Amazon. I think it came all the way from Hong Kong, judging by the length of time it got there. But yeah, AC to AC, and as you can see, maybe you can't see, but in the middle there's a little fuse. So it's already fused, I think it's 30 amps, so this guy's rated for a good enough amount of power, so I'm happy to leave that. So deleted fuse, it's inside. We have our little knob where we can vary the AC current or the AC voltage in the wave. And then the live goes via a 2 amp fuse. Now these little guys always need to be welded, or it looks like they need to be welded, but I've managed to jimmy up a method of connecting them to these clips. So good learning for the panel build. Maybe I should learn how to weld. So I've got fuses. I need these for the panel, so a little 0.2 amp fuse for the fan, which is rated for 0.2 amps. So live into the fan, neutral out of the fan, neutral out of the AC to AC voltage regulator, back to the outlet of the light and connected back to the ground of the plug socket. I've just seen I will need a Wagyu clip. I think that's going to have 1, 2 and 3 connections, so it's going to be like this Wagyu, and then the earth from this guy and the earth from the fan to the earth of this. So took me a few drafts to get there, but I'm there. So time to build. Well, time to build. I have to go out shopping now because I've realised I have what size are these? M4s? I think so. And I don't have bolts, or sorry, nuts for them, so I need to go to the DIY store and get me some nuts. Okay, get back to you when we start building this thing. Well, it's been a few hours. Managed to drill all the holes in the box. So at the bottom here we will install the voltage regulator. In goes a switch, in goes the knob. Yeah, get the picture. I tried to stamp out 3 holes, something went terribly wrong. So as you see with this hole, it's not the prettiest beast in the world. And unfortunately, I was using a pretty shabby bit, so it was uncontrollable. So what I did was just cut out a square, and that is for the fan. The fan will sit inside and pump cold air in. Also, by closing by opening this, you allow good circulation through. This is something I noticed with the other fan. It never really got to top speed because it was always pumping on itself. So this gives it a good airflow through. On the negative side, yeah, obviously I can get a leak through there if I have drips on my ergometer or something, so I've got to dry it good. On the side, this exit vent holes. So fortunately the fan on the rotating side is going to force the air through the top. And it will be raised a tiny bit because there will be screws in there to keep the ergometer off. And yeah, these are the exit holes, and then on the top there's a couple of extra vent holes and a hole for our I don't know what it is in English, but a cable holder. And then on the side I've installed the fuse. Fuse didn't really fit well, but it forced in, so it's stuck, so that's good. So now to wire this bad boy up. I'll get back to you when that's done. So the fan is now installed, as you can see, nicely mounted. Rubber washers there just to prevent any vibration affecting the top. It's a very thin piece of wood, and the screws sat quite nicely into the wood, so that's going to be nice. And now I'm going to adhese the make sure I'm not getting any. Yeah, it's free spinning. So as you can see, this is my old thing, and this really silicone putty, it's called Sugru, and it's a very useful tool, very strong. Let's have it. It's very strong. It just comes as a plasticine almost, and then dries really quite hard and sticks things very fast. So you see it's nice and squidgy. So I'm gonna fix my magnets on there, and hopefully, well, it's not going to be dry until tomorrow, but at least I can test if it's working. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So one thing which I think is good advice is the polarity of your magnets. Now I'm going to stick this one at the other side, but just to test if it's the right way up, positive negative pole, you want to hold it over the other one, and if it moves away, as you can see it does now, it repels, then that's the side you want to stick face down. So just line it up in the putty. You want to make sure it's kind of straight, i.e. in line, so you don't offset the balance of the motor and decrease its life. So I'm going to fix this and then start with the rest of the wiring. So now this is what she looks like. Everything is wired up, I hope correctly, in line with the drawing. Only thing I have to do now, which I better not forget, is put a fuse in. So we are all ready to go. I'm not sure about certain joints like this or like this, which that should be welded. I think I might just stick a lump of Sugru on them, let it solidify and do its job. But I'm gonna stick a fuse in, and then we're gonna have a little test. So it's not looking too bad, I have to say. Little fuse is in, 0.2 amps. It was a really nice test run for the brew panel build. I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot, which, well, I learned a lot today. Well, actually I didn't. It was actually too easy. I have to admit, it was far too easy. Something has to be wrong. But let's give it a go. We're plugged in. No power, you'd hope, if the switch is in the right position. Let's give it a go. Oh, lights on. Fan no spin, but we are on minimum. Oh, I hear something. Ho 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 ho. The fan spins. And the fan accelerates. Oh my. Little green light. Oh, I kind of wish it was the other way around. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. So I said at max speed. Well, better stop, just in case I displace my magnets. So it's not solidified yet. But hey, that is not too shabby. Oh yeah, and that's it off. I can't believe I did that in one go. I really can't believe I did that in one go. Let's give it a test with some old yeast starter. So this was a Weizen yeast starter I made 2 weeks ago. I was a little bit pissed after being at my friend's house, and I decided to make a starter. So I PBW everything, but I completely forgot to rinse the PBW, and I completely forgot to sanitize, so I didn't want to take a chance. But it didn't get infected, and it's been sitting there in the sun for 2 days, or 2 weeks, so happy. So give her a flick, see what happens now. this guy is going to have no problems with 5 liters. Chugging away. Guys, successful day. It's taken about 6 hours, not gonna lie. But more than pleased. More than pleased. Well, that's just done. One beautiful magnetic stir plate ready. See how long this one lasts, but no guarantees. Hope you enjoyed this. Nice little break from building a panel and testing stuff. I have to say, the tests and learning how to connect all these electrical components was basically how I just did this first time. So yeah, it gives me a bit more confidence about building this electrical panel. Things work the way they should. So thank you all for watching. Have a lovely week, and see you next time.